seconds, stay back! Get on the ground!
Get here! I'm under arrest!
When the badge becomes a shield for arrogance and power is abused for personal vendettas, from officers brutally injuring two 14-year-old black children until they bled, to a 60-year-old man suffering head trauma at the hands of the police. Even more shocking, an innocent black woman targeted with racial discrimination had a gun pointed at her face and was interrogated like a wanted criminal. And this is just the beginning. Stay with us until the end to witness the blatant abuse of power. This is Crime Hunter USA, where justice begins to crack. A teenager made a rude comment and ended up face first on the pavement. This isn't law enforcement. This is ego with a badge. On February 19, 2023, Officer Donovan Beaver and his partner spotted two 14-year-olds walking down a street in Columbus's Linden neighborhood. For reasons still unclear, the boys ran and the officers chased. Officer Beaver caught one teen, yanked his dreadlocks and smashed his face into the ground, all for mouthing off. The boy obeyed, but the abuse didn't stop. After mocking and manhandling the teen, Beaver shoved him into a patrol car. Even his partner, who laughed at first, was left in stunned silence.
I'm sorry. That's tight. That's tight.
Now.
I'm complying. I'm complying.
You move, I will break your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You understand me?
Yes, I understand.
I'm on.
I'm bleeding. Oh, my face. Alright, stop. That's not, that's the torch. Alright, sorry. Alright, I won't do it again.
Yeah, make sure you don't have a gun, brother.
I don't got a gun. I don't got, chill, what? What, bro? It wasn't that serious, bro.
It is now.
Alright, it is now, bro. Dang, you didn't have to do my face like that.
You can shut down any 60s, we're fine.
Bro, y'all pick up my AirPods and my phone. Alright.
What's your name?
Bro, it's Johnny. Can I grab my AirPods?
I'll get them later.
Alright, yeah.
Hey, Wagon's back here.
Alright, chill, you don't have to do that. Alright. Chill.
Ambulance, I'm not letting you run away. I'm getting you to the cruiser safely, you understand?
Alright, bro. Alright.
Separate your feet. You have one chance to listen.
Alright.
Separate your feet. Why?
Alright. Bro, you didn't even put on me right.
Failure to comply.
Alright.
You're under arrest.
Alright.
You get some gloves. You're covered in blood.
Alright.
You got AIDS?
No.
Okay, look at me.
Bro.
You spit or anything?
Bro.
Or you a felony? You understand?
I'm not trying to spit. I got blood in my mouth. Bro.
Hey.
Alright,
No
chill.
cussing.
Chill.
Separate your feet. Look at me like a...
Just 3 hours later, Beaver was suspended. On September 5, 2023, he was officially fired for using excessive force on a minor and violating department policy.
Bro, put your hands on me. Can y'all go grab my stuff?
We'll get your
He
stuff.
dropped my phone, my air.
Focus on this for right now. Focus on this. Just listen what he's saying, okay?
Got anything on you? Put me, stick me, arm me.
Bro. Damn, why you taking my... Bro, can you grab that? Bro, look out.
Separate your feet.
Oh yeah, you're a son. You're your son. Oh my daddy, your son. Bro, look at you tugging.
me help you here. Let me get those cuffs on you, because you're under.
Alright. Bro, hold still. Look at how low.
Step on your feet.
Like, what the... Yeah, they took a...
Yeah, they shut it down.
Bro, like, what are you on there for?
You're looking for... You ran? I'm making sure you don't have a weapon on you.
You're not gonna
Look at
find
me.
nothing on me.
I'm making sure you
You're
don't
not
have a
gonna
weapon on
find
you.
nothing on me. You're not gonna...
This wasn't about the law, it was about pride and power. When silence replaces accountability, how many more victims go unseen? And sadly, this is far from the last time it happened. Stay tuned.
Bro, can I get switched to a different cruiser? I do not want to go with this. I don't trust... Oh my God.
That's not how this works.
I do not trust him. What the...
You unlock the thing, so put it in back. Yeah.
Bro, I do not trust you.
I'll help you in a second.
Bro, oh my God.
To the right of the playground.
What do you have to do this for? Like,
You ran from us.
alright, but you still don't have to...
I am a law enforcement
Alright, you don't
officer.
have to...
Yeah, so let him go.
I think that way.
Hey, will you let him go? Yeah. Come here. That says police. Can
Yes,
you read?
yes.
I'm a Columbus police officer.
Yes.
When I stop you, you have to stop.
Alright,
You're now failing to comply.
alright,
You are under arrest.
alright.
You need to make it to Roger on the tree. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yank?
Yeah.
Can I get a car from you?
I don't have one there. We don't have one. They don't give us cars.
Hold on, we have cars. Thank you.
A 58-year-old disabled man was slammed to the ground by police, all because of a false suspicion. What happened next exposed a shocking abuse of power and a long overdue reckoning.
Hey, let me see your hands. Bert, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Get on the ground. You, burgundy shirt, get on the ground. Over here. On the ground.
On August 26, 2021, officers in Orangeburg responded to a 911 call about a man in a burgundy shirt allegedly carrying a gun. Officer David Dukes arrived first, but his actions turned a routine call into a nightmare.
On the ground. Get on the ground. Do you not listen? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. There's a gun behind me. There's a gun, I believe, behind me.
I ain't got no gun now.
Put your hands behind your back. Is there a gun back there?
No gun.
By that truck. Paul, do you watch him say?
Clarence Gilliard, who walked slowly due to metal rods in his legs, was thrown to the concrete and his head was stomped, even as he tried to explain the object in his hand was for fending off stray dogs. Dukes then lied to fellow officers about what happened and tried to hide his identity, but body cams and a sharp-eyed female sergeant weren't buying it.
He had something.
The door's unlocked. The car, so.
No, he was right here. Watch him. Go watch him. There it is. All right, that's what he had. Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head
Listen.
down on the cement. Yep.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head trauma.
Go back in the house.
Yep. Y'all bust my head down. Yeah, I've been in an accident. Yep. Y'all bust my head down. You throw me down.
So did. You
and-
wasn't listening.
Yep. No, it ain't. You ain't to throw me down like that. I'm disability.
Okay.
I got head problem. Yup. You throw me down. Yup. You throw me down. You throw me down.
He was in front of the car when I came up, and he was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said,
Clarence was hospitalized with a head injury. 2 days later, Dukes was fired and charged with first-degree assault and battery.
drop gun, drop gun, drop gun. Had him at gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slammed my head.
what he was doing is putting this up behind the tire. So he comes over right here, he got his hands in his pockets. I tell him, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your hands. He wasn't listening. He got the, like this right here, and we went on to the ground. That's what. What are we doing? I guess Sam was going to check him out.
There ain't nothing about here wanting to press charges on us.
Who called?
I'm not sure.
Take him out of cuffs right now. I mean, because that's what we got.
You're going to have to use your force.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't know what his intention was.
Use the force. You need to look at the camera.
All right. Mayor, I'm going to take that into evidence of what he had.
What?
Well, I mean, you know, that's the reasons I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from. Because when he was behind the truck, I couldn't see what he was doing. And I didn't know where that went. If it was still in his pockets when he come around that car with his hands in his pockets.
His nose on camera.
All right, that's fine.
Can I get a card from you?
I don't have one, man. We don't have one. They don't give us cards.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone.
Hold on. We have cards. Okay.
Officer Dukes didn't just strike a man, he struck a blow to public trust. When those sworn to uphold the law abuse their power, exposure and accountability aren't just necessary, they're urgent. And believe it or not, the next case is even worse.
Thank you.
Brandon, he can get his stuff off the car.
Dude, will you say badge number?
1059.
Hey, I stopped because it's not showing that you have insurance on the vehicle. Do you have insurance? Can you show it to me? Who do you have insurance through, Miss McGee? Priority insurance? I'm showing one that shows an effective date, but it's not showing an expiration date. Let me see that piece of paper. Let me see that piece of paper right there. The one underneath it. Hey, Miss McGee, can you hear me? Do you have it on your phone?
A teen pulled over, drove off calmly, and minutes later had guns in his face outside a church. What triggered this overreaction? And why did a bystander have to remind the cops what the law is? On an ordinary day, a teen was briefly stopped by Officer Shane for an insurance check. After being let go, he drove to his family's church. But what followed was anything but ordinary.
By chance? Okay, alright, that's fine. Okay. Well, I see an effective date of March of 08, so that typically means that you're gonna. It's gonna have insurance. So my next issue is he's supposed to have a licensed adult with him until next month. Where do you live at? Okay, just make sure you get home, all right? And don't drive without another licensed adult, okay? All right, brother. I don't want you to get a ticket for no reason. All right.
We're turning onto Hills Road. We're slow rolling on Hills Road now, going back towards the access road. Pulling into Brushy Island Family Life Center. Get your hands up! No! Open that door, step out with your hands up! Open the door.
Come open it, please.
Reach out and open the door.
Come open.
Reach out and open the door. There you go. Step out. Just keep your hands up. That's all you got to do, okay?
Unbuckle it, please.
Unbuckle the seatbelt. Just hang on a second. Stay back over there. Stay back over there.
Come on, buckle, please.
Now just reach in there and unbuckle it. Unbuckle your seatbelt. Step out.
You sure? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No way.
Nobody's going to shoot anybody. Just stay calm.
Ma'am, stay back.
You sure? Right hand, look. Right.
Take your right hand, unbuckle the seatbelt, step out. Did you unbuckle it?
Yeah, come get my phone.
Step out. Step out of the car. Keep your hands up.
Hands up.
That's all you got to do. Hands up. Hands up.
All the way up, baby.
There you go.
As soon as the teens stopped outside the church, officers swarmed in, shouting commands, guns raised. Despite full compliance, he was handcuffed and treated like a dangerous criminal, all in front of his terrified mother.
Is the vehicle is yours? Okay. Were you on the phone with him at the time, or? He pulled out in front of another officer, and when the officer went to stop him, we continued, like I said, up over the overpass, down this way to here. He wouldn't stop. That's the reason why the lights and sirens were going.
A local witness stepped in, calling out the officer's excessive force and racial bias. While they tried to shift blame to the teen's mother, the truth was clear. This wasn't justice. It was intimidation.
No, nobody's going to shoot anybody. That's not our intentions. But like I said, we don't know what's pulled over. Yeah, we didn't know what was going on.
Right. And the man told him they didn't have to be, shouldn't be in the car by himself. He just left at Casey's.
Yeah.
And they told him to come straight home.
Okay.
So as he's coming home, something must have happened, and
yeah,
and I said, well, you need to come home. Just come home. I didn't know what was going on at that time. He just got pulled over.
Right.
So it's my son.
You've got to understand it from our point also, when we light him up and try to stop him, and he just keeps going. And like I said, from back there at Keel and Brockington, all the way down Keel, up over the over. So for his safety and ours, that's why we got him out the way that we did. We put him in cuffs, sort everything out, and we'll go from there. But like I said, we didn't know what was going on. Like I said, when somebody doesn't want to stop, unfortunately in our line of work, so, and I understand where you come from completely too with the, I know the time and all that right now and everything that's going on, but he did the best thing he could do. He cooperated and did everything that we asked him to, so, but like I said, but did he say why he got stopped, or? The first time or whatever.
The tags and it showed that it didn't have any insurance, but it does, and he sold it.
Okay.
It just wasn't coming up.
The lady that the officer is, she's a lieutenant, so it's her stop. So I'm going to let her conduct her business. But like I said, the reason why I don't know what had happened, I just happened to be on the access road when they hit the overpass. But apparently he pulled out in front of her and almost caused an accident, and that's the reason why she hit her lights or hit her sirens and lights to try to stop him, to figure out what was going on, and then this is where we ended up at. Okay?
Please, let's not do this. So,
that's a no-no. I witnessed it.
have a good day.
No, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
You're blocking the road right now, so.
No one's there. This is public road.
I realize that, but you're stopped in the middle.
You're not pull over on the side.
You were interfering with the traffic.
No, I'm not. You got a problem with that?
Did I say anything to you?
You're staring at me, coming closer.
Is that an issue, or is that an issue?
You got a problem with it? Okay.
Did I say I had a problem?
You don't work there.
The teen wasn't charged with anything serious, but his mother received a citation. The public backlash exposed deep concerns about police conduct, profiling, and the abuse of authority.
I'm standing where I need to stand, just like you are, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
I lived in this town for 8 years. I've quit everything. I'm getting tired of the racism. 75% less they can pull over a white folk than a black person. Not just you, the whole department. I forwarded a request. I'm a white 57-year-old man. I got to pick on you and him and her. Get respect by earning respect.
Well, that's what I'm trying to give you, sir, and you keep yelling over at me.
And I know I've had.
Why are you attacking me? I've never met you before.
You attacked me by being on a.
I asked you to get out of the roadway, sir.
And being petty.
Well, if I, sir, it's the law, isn't that correct?
It's the law. If it's a crime scene, put out tape.
Well, no, it's a law about blocking.
I can get on that side of the tape. Yeah, I can. That's public. If the sergeant or you want to arrest me, go ahead.
Until he crosses the arrestable line.
Oh, I know.
Deal with him on his stuff, but I've also got to deal with you on a couple things too. Okay? You knew he was driving. You continue to let him drive the car. All right? You're the adult. You're responsible for him in that respect. So you authorized him to drive, knowing he didn't have a valid driver's license. You understand what I'm saying? You also.
I get it.
Well, and what's going to happen is you're going to get a ticket. All right? You're going to come to court.
Okay.
So let me go and figure out this. He's going to have at least citations. I don't know if he's going to go for anything else or not. Okay? So he says that he was supposed to be going to work, but he's also supposed to be at school.
It was just registering that they didn't have insurance, and we showed up for the insurance. And he did say, he was like, you know, you're in close proximity. I don't want you to get a ticket for anything else. If you're heading on home, because he was just right here at Casey's.
Okay.
And he said, just go on home, you know, because he did say that. And I was like, well, you were on your way home.
When a respectful teen ends up staring down gun barrels over a routine stop, we have to ask, where does authority end and abuse begin? These actions don't protect, they terrify, and sadly, this won't be the last time we ask that question.
Soon, I'm on the phone with him, and that's when I heard you guys' lights on him, and he started getting into a frantic. And so I don't, he's by himself. I get it.
So listen, can I ask you to do something next time? If you're that concerned about it, three-way call 911 if you feel like it's going to be a bad situation. Okay, let them know what your concerns are, but let's get him stopped so that we don't have to do all this. Because I get it, I hear your concerns, right? And listen, I know that my interaction ain't going to impact you either, right? I hope it doesn't add on to that, but nobody could have done this thing, right? He did it.
A simple arrest turned into a scandal, not because of the suspect, but because a police chief crossed the line, and one brave officer dared to speak up. On July 14, 2022, in Florida, officers led by Chief Melanie Bevan entered a neighbor's home with permission to access a wanted suspect named Andre. But what happened after the arrest raised serious concerns.
Does this go through? Does this go through? Okay, can I come around there? Okay.
Did they go through here? Did they go through here though?
The cops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go through here?
You guys can come in.
Hi, you can come back around that truck.
Hey Chief, how are you?
Andre, let's go. Time's up. Andre, open up the door, please.
We're looking for Andre.
God damn, why y'all banging on my foot?
Well, we're trying to find Andre.
Is Andre Wimberly here?
All right. Is he in the back or?
Oh, I heard a guy talking.
That's her sister's boyfriend.
Okay.
Can we mind if I look?
Come in and for Andre?
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just right out here. You can stand.
I'm not Andre.
I know.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Is Andre in there, bud?
What's up?
You let me know.
What's going on?
Excuse me. Thank you.
I can have one.
All right.
After Andre was caught, emotions flared. But instead of leaving, officers lingered in the home, creating tension where none was needed. Despite having no warrant, officers began searching the home. When the homeowner objected, they ignored her. One officer, Hannah Culbriner, recognized the abuse and filed a formal complaint.
Gotcha.
Who's that?
There he is.
Hey, Andre.
Oh, there he is.
Come on out.
Hey, child, let me talk to him.
Come on. Hold on 1 minute.
Let me talk to my him, man.
That one.
No, don't touch me, bro. Leave me alone.
Listen.
You didn't even report me.
I want you to calm down.
You made me go through all this against 6 officers?
Okay.
Relax! Destiny, relax!
Put your feet on Andre.
Relax, babe! Come on!
Come here. It's okay. Stop.
No!
Well, you just make
Boyfriend! For 10 years!
An internal review cleared Chief Bevan, but Officer Hannah, disillusioned by the lack of accountability, resigned in protest, choosing integrity over silence.
That way y'all can get in contact with each other when he in there, all right? Here, I got the pen. Destiny. It's Destiny? Stephanie? Destiny.
Write your number down.
Okay.
You got your cell phone number?
All right, guys, you done in here? All right, guys, get out of the house, please. Unless y'all got a warrant or something,
Well,
you need to go.
Hold on. We just arrested somebody here, so we don't
Exactly.
have to go quite yet. We don't
Okay.
have to go quite yet.
Okay.
Just stand by.
Okay. I mean, I get it that you got to come in here and do your thing, but like, you don't need to be searching.
We're not searching going through anything.
Well, then I guess I do what I want to do too, right? And that's. And Cassie has an arrow, so it doesn't matter if you find me.
1453.
You're fucking
What's that?
We can't search, but always make sure you have to look around and see what, because she got all upset. So always make sure you look. Search incident can arrest, but it's not a search.
They're clearly hiding stuff.
Well, it's for officer safety. We can search you. Search the media area, check the media area. So.
Public trust isn't a license for unchecked power. When officers exploit kindness to bend the law, they don't just violate rights, they damage the very system they swore to protect. And unfortunately, this story is far from the worst. The next one goes even deeper.
Detective form?
Never.
Officer Joshua Mercereau of the Daytona Beach Police Department was involved in a violent gunfight with Marvin Jones.
So this is that female, Trevino. She flicks me off as I'm going back to back of my patrol car, fails the single left hand to go into the left lane. She flicks me off. I just wanted a second to make contact with her. How's it going? Officer Akers, New Braunfels Police Department. Okay.
I know who you are.
That's fine. Well, the reason why you being
over for flipping you off.
No, ma'am. The reason why
you are retaliating against me. You turned your siren and everything, ran over here like a crazy person.
Okay. Well, ma'am, the reason why you're being contacted is you failed to signal lane change when you flicked me off.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and step out of the car. Step out of the car. I have 3 officers here.
He's hurt me before. Please don't let him.
Yeah. Would you mind, Henderson? Go ahead and detain her in cuffs.
Okay.
Flipped off a cop and ended up in handcuffs. But the real twist, her arrest had nothing to do with traffic law and everything to do with ego.
Go ahead and detain her in cuffs. You're under arrest for failed to signal lane change.
I'm under arrest?
In New Braunfels, Texas, a woman driving down the road casually gave Officer Patrick Akers the middle finger as he walked by. He immediately activated his lights and pulled her over, claiming she failed to signal a lane change. Instead of issuing a ticket, Patrick ordered her out of the car and handcuffed her on the spot. When she mentioned past harassment by him, he cut her off and escalated the situation further, all over a non-violent gesture.
Failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
Stay still. I'm sorry. You guys just know this is. You guys just know it is. You guys know it is. You're under arrest. Grab my phone. Please grab my phone.
We'll get it. You want me to transport, or you think it's better? Danny, would you mind just transporting? You don't have to do anything else other than transport.
It's only when a senior officer arrives and humbles Patrick that he ends up teaching him a lesson. The officer asks him to turn off his body camera to spare him the embarrassment, so we have to rely on the audio from a cell phone instead.
What's that? Yeah, she has a driver's license, but
I'm gonna turn this off. Off.
yeah, she has a driver's license, but
Turn this off. Why are we arresting her for a traffic infraction?
Well, she comes down the street, comes right towards me. As I'm walking back by the car to do nothing, she flicks me off. And then as she does that, she gets on the lane, fails the signal lane change. Think it's gonna be an issue?
Huh?
Think it's gonna be an issue?
Given your history,
Yeah.
so any other person you would write a ticket, right?
Yeah.
So that's how you have to treat every interaction. So this is something that you would normally write a ticket for, then let's write a ticket for.
Yeah. You want me to go ahead and do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the plate for Charles Paul 5990 for number 3 Volkswagen 4-door blue color.
Getting 30. Cancel order. 217. Can you bring her back to 3? Can you take it off? Alright. So let's write the ticket and go about it that way.
Sounds good.
Because all you're going to do is give her more ammo. Alright? Yep. So write the ticket, fill it out.
A senior officer arrived, asked Patrick to turn off his body cam, and made it clear this was an overreaction. He instructed Patrick to write a ticket and let her go, just as he would with anyone else.
You're good to go. So I understand that you flicked the officer off. That's not. So my question was, did you flick the officer off?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. Regardless of what your history is with Officer Akers, your intense hate caused you to flick him off, and then you committed a traffic violation. Okay? Had you just gone on about your day and not worried about flicking people off or anything like that, none of this would have happened.
I know, but
oh, I did? No, I didn't. Let me get your signature on it. That's not pleading guilty. That just promises to take care of that ticket, okay?
The woman was released with only a citation. No apology was offered. Officers shifted the blame onto her history with Patrick, ignoring the fact that her gesture was protected under the Constitution, not grounds for arrest.
Very good on those automated ones. Okay? So here's the thing, right? Had you just gone on about your day, right? So your intense hatred is causing you to do other things that is drawing attention to you. You need to move on with your life. Man, move along.
It's not for you. I always, you know, and I'm always. And I never thought this situation would ever could have happened in a million years. I never would have thought.
I'm not here to this situation with you. I watched the video. I know everything that occurred. Okay? I know about the court stuff, everything that occurred. If Officer Akers had done anything wrong, he wouldn't be here right now. Right? That's 100% true. It is. So you need to move on and not be running around flicking people off, right? I get it. Remember, if you want to flip people off, but what it did is it caused you to create a hazard into a traffic infraction right in front of an officer. Right? Correct?
I understand that bad things will happen if I do anything.
No, that's not what anybody's saying. Right? You flicking people off has caused you to do a traffic infraction right in front of an officer and caused you to get You can choose to be defined by your past, or you can decide what you do. Right? But if you choose to be defined by what happened to you in the past, then you will always continue to be that person. Right?
A bruised ego is no justification for abusing authority. Laws are written to protect the people, not the pride of those who enforce them. And when a superior officer has to step in and teach basic restraint, it's a sign that the system needs more than reform. It needs accountability.
Guy with a sign on public property and you're harassing him with 5 cops. Get the here. Until you know otherwise, mind your business.
Got your license, registration, proof, and insurance.
What'd you pull this over for?
Hey, bud, I got a question. Are you the one that said losers out the window as you drove by?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, yeah, that was definitely you. And that is loud and boisterous conduct upon a public roadway. That's public disorderly conduct.
So that's what you pulled us over for, is you thought you heard somebody say something?
Why don't you ask that one over there? Mister, I don't answer questions.
Hey, listen here, you idiot. You work for us. You're a public servant. You're supposed to be professional, not me. I don't have a code of conduct to go by. You do.
Without any evidence, the couple was convicted of not using their turn signals properly. Should we still believe in the law and justice? The police stopped a couple for not using their turn signals and shouting insults. The husband countered with the law, forcing them to let them go in silence.
Name and badge number?
We don't have badge numbers, bud.
Yeah, that's a lie. What's your name and badge number?
We don't have badge numbers. What, would you like my computer number?
Why did he give me a number and you can't?
Because he gave you his computer number, bud. It's 1403.
You need to calm down. You need to calm down and go learn about some professionalism.
Okay.
You're going to hear from my lawyer.
I can't wait.
This is an illegal stop. You have to witness a traffic violation or suspect us of a crime.
Yeah, I was going to say, would you like to hear the traffic violation?
Yes, actually, I would.
Yeah, because we wasn't speeding, we don't have any lights out, didn't do anything wrong.
The man turned the tables, asked for their names, license plate numbers, and pointed out each of their violations, but the police still convicted them in the end, as if they were wrong.
This is a retaliatory stop for something that you thought you heard.
No, by the way, lights are required 1 hour before dusk. Just FYI.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be great. Why don't you get your supervisor over here?
I'm not required to. You can ask for one.
Well, I'm asking for one. That's what I just did.
Okay, yeah, you can ask.
After the husband gave a valid law, the police were confused, threatened to arrest them, but did not dare to do anything because the law was not on their side.
Yeah, I'm asking for a supervisor. Matter of fact, get Lieutenant Cawthorn out here.
619-220 on the grounds. Yeah, who?
Lieutenant Cawthorn.
I don't work for Lieutenant Cawthorn.
Yes, you do. You work for the sheriff's office. He is your supervisor. Get him out here.
He's not my supervisor.
Okay. You're going to learn soon. Okay. So are you not going to get a supervisor out here?
Yeah, it's all up to date. I just am a little frazzle-dazzle. There.
Are you not getting a supervisor out here?
I'm not.
Okay, cool.
With such an unreasonable abuse of power, the police officer felt like he had been splashed with cold water. He was silent and left in disgrace. Is this the opposite of justice? If the man had not understood the law, or if he had not been there, the wife would have been taken to the police station and prosecuted for a violation, even though she was innocent. Looking at the matter, I see that the police violated the Fourth Amendment and abused their power, and violated the constitutional rights of citizens. The one who should be in jail here is the police officer, not the innocent couple. The people not only protected their rights but also forced the police officer to retreat quietly, carrying with him a difficult-to-eradicate professional stigma. I think this punishment is too light for what this police officer caused.
Write your information down on your information, your contact information. You're a public servant. Write your information down.
Would you like to go obtain a copy of the general warrant at the sheriff's office? I'm not required to give you.
I don't have to do anything. You work for me. I don't work for you.
Right there.
Okay.
Wait to see it on YouTube. Have a good day.
That's a wrap for today's jaw-dropping episode. Which act of abuse shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're all ears. If you're as fired up as we are and ready for more raw, unfiltered justice, smash that like button and subscribe to Crime Hunter USA. Because trust us, the next episode, it's darker, bolder, and even harder to believe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon, truth seekers.